is on the right side. So you want to start with kind of a, not pointy, but you can curve it out, turn it like, kind of round it off. Now when doing this, I just kind of, do like a curving type motion with it. It's okay if you leave these little streaks here. You'll change them later. You can erase them with your eraser later. And that's what I'm going to do. Just going to erase it. Just kind of outline it again. Now, this is not the definite line. You're going to be using the darker pencil. And then when you get to the end here, you want to just kind of curve it out. Not that much, but just enough so you can notice it. There. And then with the bottom part here, you're going to do that. You want to kind of make it farther down than the top, more curved, because the bottom of the eye is, sorry if my head was in the way there, I couldn't see. The bottom part of the eye is like farther down than the top, not farther down, but farther curved. And I'm just going to erase some of these lines. Okay, I'm just going to fix this little area here. Okay. Now the tear duct, I'm actually going to kind of run that little area. Can't seem to get it. There we go. Alright. So there's the tear duct area. Now, I'm going to start with the tear duct. Now, the tear duct is the part of the eye that creates tears, obviously, and if you puncture that, it'll bleed a lot. But what you want to do is kind of create like a curved line at the top, and then just kind of make it go down. Now, there's not much shading to do with this when you're doing the moderate, when you're doing the moderate outline and stuff of it, but when you get into like the bigger eyes, like that one that would take this whole paper, then that would take more shading technique and stuff like that, and I'll showcase that maybe in a different video. But I'm just going to clean up my lines a little bit here, just around this area. Alright, so that looks like it's cleaned up a bit. Now, what I'm first going to add is I'm going to take my praying pencil, my 6B, that's my sketching pencil. And what I'm going to do before I start is about, I'd say about 4 centimeters above. It's not 4 centimeters. That's a lot longer than 4 centimeters. Is it? I would say about 3 centimeters. I want you to just kind of do like an outline of the top, as you can see. And you can clean up your lines, as always. Just going to erase that line and do it over. There we go. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to leave enough room so that you can do the eyelashes. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to draw this part of the eye, the outline. I think that's called the iris. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but you never know. Could be right. Okay, so if you're not comfortable with your circle making abilities, I suggest getting one of these circle things. Now, this is a little big, but that would be for bigger eyes. But you could just do one of these little ones, like over here, if you're doing a small one, or something like that. But you want some type of circle drawing ability. Now, when you're at the top, you don't want to just make it. Here, let me just do a quick rough sketch. That looks really bad. You don't want to make it so it's a perfect circle. No, that's not perfect circle. But you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that as you're drawing your eye. Now what you want to do is start, so it's kind of like, so you want to start so it's kind of, because it's kind of, your eye is kind of hidden under your eyelid, so you want to get it, and then at the bottom you can choose to curve it off like that, or you can choose to just make it so it's like the top and doesn't go all the way. So I'm going to choose the different way that I didn't do here, and that's make the eye go down just a little bit so it's not touching the bottom part of the eye. So that looks good. Now, if you're not comfortable with your circle drawing, you can always get one of those, or just get like, I have like little coins that I use sometimes. I always keep them in my desk. Right here, a penny would work perfectly. If you're doing a bigger one, you can use a nickel. That would actually work better. You can use a nickel. You can really use anything you choose. But I just kind of freehanded it for the sake of this. Now, I'm going to take my Ebony 555 pencil, and I'm just going to draw a kind of outline of the black part of the eye. There. And now what I'm going to do is, you can take your kneaded eraser, or you can take your big eraser. I'm going to take my big eraser and just kind of erase part of it. Now, what you can use it, outline it with your HB first, but I decided not to. And then what you want to do is kind of do like a highlight, is what they're called. So it's just like outline a white spot. That's actually not what I wanted. Just make like a highlight. Over the black part of the eye. Now I can see there's a little stuff left in there, so I'm just going to take my kneaded eraser and use that as it. There. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in the black part of the eye, and this is going to be this is going to be black. So you want to press down pretty hard with this one. And that's what I'm doing. While you're doing this, you can smooth out your edges. There we go. Alright. So now what we're going to do is, you can do the eyelashes next. I'm not going to do the eyelashes next. I can see this little part is faded. There. Alright. So now you can choose to use the eyelashes. Now, you want to get a sharp pencil for the eyelashes because you can see they're pretty dark, and you want to use the point. But I'm going to work now on the little details. Now I'm going to use my 6B sketching pencil. Now it helps if you have a sharp tip, but you don't have to. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of do little lines, different sizes, and different like lengths. I want them pretty dark too, because you're going to be shading. So I'm just going to kind of do a little outlining, not outlining, but just do these little drawing specks. Now you want to do them on one side of the eye first. Alright, so as you can see on this eye, since it's darker, there's not much, but you can add them in if you want on that side. And now what you want to do is, you can see these little specks on this part of the eye. So what you want to do is, I'm just going to make different types of shapes. Now if you're looking at a picture, you really want to look into the eyes and see what type of shapes, instead of just doing like all these random shapes and lines. You want to look and see what kind of lines they have in their eyes, because everyone's is different. So it's, yeah. I'm just going to add some more of these lines at the top. Okay. Now I'm just going to... Now, a tip when doing this, you want to make them pretty dark, because when you shade them, you don't want them to blend in with the shading, as you can see some of these lines are. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. Now, you don't want to, like, if you're doing a bigger eye, kind of like I am, don't make like these in a row, as you can see I did. Kind of try to get lines in between there. And try not to make some of the same shapes. If you use the same shape twice, no one's going to really notice. But if you use it like 3 or 4 times, people are going to start to notice. So you just kind of want to make it your own little type. Now I am going to add some over here, I think, just to add like effect. And you don't want to put anything in this little white spot, because that's going to stay white. So now what I'm going to do is, once I've outlined these so they're pretty black, over here is gonna be a little darker, because you know that's gonna be shaded. Now I'm gonna use this now. It's the charcoal pencil, and what you want to do is take it in between your fingers and rub it. And as you can see, once I put it down, you can do it over the white spot, and we can erase it with the kneaded eraser. That's why we said. So it just adds the light shading effect to everything. And just, you can, it's really easy with your finger. Now, when you're using this normally, as you can see, it does that. It's very, you can't really shade with it. Yeah, but now what you want to do is for the darker parts, don't take your darker like 6B. You want to use like your HB, and just kind of shade it down a bit. Now, take your kneaded eraser. This is why I suggest it. And just kind of whiten out that. Just like try to erase out that square that if you use the charcoal pencil on it. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my darker tortillon that I've used more and use that on this side of the eye. Now I'm going to take my lighter tortillon and kind of blend it out into the lighter areas. There we go. Alright. Alright, so now what we want to do is the eye creates like a shadow. So you can use your darker tortillon and just kind of outline it. Now you want to take your darker pencil and outline the eye. So they know like where the ending is. But just kind of go around it. And do that. Both sides. And there. Okay, so now the eyelashes. The eyelashes are pretty easy. This is already a 15-minute video. The eyelashes are easy. All you have to do is just kind of make lines, different directions, different lengths. Now over here, what I'm going to do is just create like these little things right here. And just make it go up, like so. And these don't have to be perfect, anything. Like, look at that. That one was bad. But no one's gonna really, they make it look messy, and that's what you want for it to look like. Now, as I said before, this is not like a advanced eye. So if you're coming for like an advanced eye, this isn't the video for you, because this is not anything advanced at all. Now, with the bottom ones, they're gonna be they're gonna be shorter. You just want to kind of, I like to create X patterns type thing, but don't do them in a row. It makes it look bad. Stop at the end of the tear duct, because no eyelashes go in the tear duct. And I'm just kind of roughly doing this one. Alright, so this is the rough sketch of it. And now what you want to do is take your dirty tortillon and just kind of go over the top there. And just lightly go over that top area and get above that line. And then what you want to do is get under it as well. Under the eye, and kind of just go around it like that. And there's your eye. And that's it for the eye tutorial. Now I'm just going to sign it real quick. My signature is not that difficult. You should make it more difficult. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.